Hey there guys, this is Mega Hero 101 back with another review. Obviously, as you know, it's a review of what the title says, and the title says Turbo Power Movie. And this is the movie here. I am doing Turbo Power Movie. It did only cost me £1 second hand on Amazon, on eBay, sorry, when I got it. But I never never recently originally got it. There's the 5 Rangers: Red, Tommy; Green, Adam; Yellow, Tanya; Pink, Catherine, Cat, we call her. And you're probably thinking the Blue Ranger, if you've never seen this, is going to be Rocky, but it's not. It's the little twerp Justin. Talk about that more later. This movie has a starting point which is low. The first time you see Tommy, he's doing karate in a karate studio. But when you last see Tommy in this, which is the last time you see Tommy till the beginning of this, and that is a season to remember. They're all laughing and joking at the end of Christmas. That's a Christmas episode, obviously. That episode I love watching on Christmas time. So sorry about that. I keep pausing. I don't know why I keep pausing, but I just go into something, think about something, and forget the whole thing about this. This season here, a season to remember, is a Turbo episode, a Zeo episode. Sorry, I keep saying Turbo. Zeo episode where Zeo incarnates from the end of Zeo. Basically, the last episode was really going to be good for gold, but in season to remember, and come the end. I don't know why, because it was up to Christmas time, and they just decided to do a Zeo Christmas episode, thinking that was it. I don't actually know why, but the whole genre joined up perfect in a whole shit way. Season to Remember ends with them happy. It's about Tommy and Kat talking about the past of a time where they had the Zeo powers and it was the past. You know, it wasn't like present day. It was like old man Tommy and old woman Kat were talking to the past. You know, and the whole carnation from this. This movie is what I'm really talking about. Awesome. The prediction of cars was a weird array of assortment of vehicles, having cars. More generations of Power Rangers from now and then have cars and more vehicles rather than animals. Because originally it was the dinosaurs, then the Thunderzords, then the Ninjazords, then the Shogunzords, then the Zeozords, then the Super Zeozords, then the Turbo Cars, then the Turbo Rescue Zords, then the space rockets from space. And that's all I'm gonna go into. Fucking Galaxy where it was animals, Lightspeed where it was trains and shit like that. Yeah, Time Force where it was future spaceships, like Wild Force where it was animals, Time Force, Ninja Storm where it was Ninja Zords, Dino Thunder where it was dinosaurs, SPD where it was cars and future tech, Mystic Force where they became the Rangers grew big and became the Zord, like became the monster, Megazord thingy, um, and Overdrive where it was cars, Jungle Fruit where it was animals, RPM where it was cars, and Team Samurai where it's samurai Gombrai spirits or some shit. This is awesome movie. I can sit and I can enjoy awesomely this movie in a whole. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. It's a PG for parental guidance only because kids can get scared of some crap at time to time. I know when I first watched this when I was a child, I was cool. I liked it. I felt I used to like Justin. I don't like him that much anymore, but I used to think he was cool in the past. Anyway, it says here, the evil space alien Divatox plans to unleash the dark force of Malagor, a monster in the villain series, monster in the series who, Labid, a powerful fiery creature imprisoned inside a volcano on the magical island of Nurantius. Another island, Nurantius, where they all go to on a boat and then drive on in a car into water. She can she can reach the island only by traveling through the dangerous Nemesis Triangle. They go through there and Justin drops his key and all that rubbish. Um, and for that she needs a special power of the magician Lerigo. But Lerigo flees to Earth, seeking the only people who can stand against Divatox and her evil plan. The Power Rangers, along with the new Blue Ranger, Justin Stewart. Now I'll talk about him now. The new Blue Ranger. He's he's about 10, 12 years old. The Rangers are about 20 and he's about 15 years old. Something say 15 years old. I would probably say about 15, 14, 13. My sister's age. 13, 14 years old. He takes over from Rocky, who injured himself in a karate practice match. Now get on to this. The turbo-powered Zords and unexpected help from the original Power Rangers, Kimberly and Jason. Now that's awesome. The last time we saw Jason was good as gold in As Good as Gold in Zeo. Last time we saw Kimberly was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink Transfer. Back when Cat became the Pink Ranger, way before the Orb of Doom. The middle of season 3. So we hadn't seen Kimberly since the middle of season 3. And then she just pops up here. 4 or 5 years later. 1997. And we last saw her in 1994. You know? So awesomely enough, this is awesome enough. Oh my shit, God, I love it. I love it, 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 love it. I love it. I'm loving it. I like this movie. It's got special features, original theatrical trailers, scenes, access, and menu. And Jason and Kimberly in this are evil bad guys. At the beginning, they're kidnapped by Divatox to be the purity of Malagor. In the process of being the purity of Malagor, Kimberly and Jason Kimberly and Jason are embedded in evil spirits inside them and become evil. Jason almost strangles Tommy to death. Kimberly almost beats up Catherine, and the whole world goes to tidal. The Power Rangers set out on their most thrilling and dangerous adventure yet. Do you want me to talk about the movie, or do you want me to talk about the whole set? This movie is fine. It's better than it's exactly the same in scale with the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie. Only because this joins with the series. You've got the first 3 Mighty Morphin Power Ranger seasons, then you've got Zeo, then Turbo Power Ranger movie, then Turbo, then Space. Zeo and Turbo join up, because right in the center is the Turbo movie, so there's Zeo, Turbo movie, and Turbo. With the Mighty Morphin movie, it's like a alternate reality. This movie is in the present reality, which is the reality we've seen for 4 years. No, Tommy is 5 years older than he is in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and this is no alternate reality. This is the present reality. The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie is the alternate reality where Ivan News is in it. The Zords didn't have different costumes. It's basically done by a movie producer, and it was a movie. And the reason it was a movie, Saban never did it. Saban helped it, never actually give anything to it. So it didn't kill the Saban franchise, but it brought a new franchise, and the people who made this and the people who made Saban made this. The costumes, helmets, and all that are different. The suits are all different. Some things are different. The cars are different. You can tell because it's all done by a movie producer, as in it's all American footage. But for Power Rangers Turbo, it's some Japanese footage too. This is what I'll get into next time. How does this and this contrast? How does the Turbo movie and the Turbo series contrast? I know how it contrasts. Do you know how it contrasts? You'll find out next time on my next review, and Power Rangers Turbo! Shift in a Turbo!